Hey, it's Jeff Walker, and I had a question come in on our Facebook page from Andrew Ritchie, and Andrew really wanted to know about how we shoot videos, and it was specifically not so much about what camera we use or microphones we use or any of the tech stuff, the software, the lights, whatever, but it was more about how, do we script our videos? Do we use bullet points? Do we use a teleprompter? That type of thing, like how, the actual content. And so I thought this was a great question. And one of the things is the way we do videos, the way I do videos has changed quite a bit over the years. So I think I did my first talking head video, and it was probably 4 years ago, maybe 5 years ago. And I tell you, that first one was painful. It was like, I think it was like a 12, 13-minute video, and it took 4 hours to shoot. I literally did it one line at a time. I had this yellow pad of paper, I had it down at my feet, and I would look down and I would like sort of memorize one line. I would look up, I would deliver it, and then we do the next line. And a lot of times each line would take me 4 or 5 or 6 or 10 takes. And then it all got stitched together after the fact in the software. And it was painful. It was really, really painful. Well, that was sort of the old Jeff. And now we've got the new Jeff. And things are a lot easier now. And a big part of that was, well, I think there's 4 main reasons. The first one is just experience. Because when you first get in front of a camera or in front of the lens, no one is natural at it. Everyone has to work at it. Everyone has to build up some experience. So you can just, expect to spend a little bit of time in front of the camera just being awkward and throwing it away, shot after shot, take after take, and not doing great. Because I've never seen anyone just step in front and be a complete natural. The second one is sort of expectation. And I no longer expect to say every single word perfectly. Like when I first started shooting video, I thought I'd be just complete perfection each time, and now I'm perfectly willing to have stumbles, because that's what people want. They want the real you. They don't want this professional actor. And let me look at my other couple of reasons. Another one is just practice. An important thing is when you actually practice what you're going to say before you get on camera, even if you only run through it once or twice, it makes an amazing difference. It's so much easier and so much smoother. And then the last one is mindset. And so for me, this is actually one I picked up from Brendan Burchard. And he's like, boy, because he's great at doing one-take videos. And he's like, my expectation when I step in front of the camera is, it's like, I'm just going to knock it out the first time. It's like when I walk out on stage, I don't have do-overs. And I can totally relate to that, because I put on live events, and when I walk out on stage, you only get one shot at it. It's not like you say, okay, everyone, hold on, I want to do that one over again. So it's sort of this mindset of, just like when I walk out on stage in a live event, I'm going to rock it. I just plan to rock it when I get in front of the camera. So those 4 things, which again, it's experience, practice, mindset, and expectation, are really what makes a difference. Certainly things have evolved over the years. We do have fancy cameras now. We've got the fancy teleprompter, which I don't use very often. I used to script out things line by line. That's extremely rare for me now. Part of it is what are you going to use your video for? Are you going to use it for like a pre-launch video or a sales video or a video to go on a product, or just a relationship type of video, or like a walk and talk video like this, where I'm just trying to build value for you? So obviously a sales video, it's going to be, if I'm going to script something, it's going to be in a sales video. And it's probably, but even there, I'll usually script like maybe the first couple of minutes and the last couple of minutes and have that on a teleprompter. And other than that, I'm just going off of bullet points. But again, that comes from experience. It comes from spending some time in front of the camera. And one of the things, the most important thing you have to think about is, like, what do you want your video to accomplish? And you need, actually, this is beyond video. This is for every email, every social media post, every blog post, every interaction, every public interaction you have. You have to think about, like, what do I want this thing to accomplish? Because every one of those has some cost to your business. There's a cost of you creating it. But if you're going to put something out there, it's got to be good. It's got to be compelling, because you're asking people to pay attention. And if you keep asking them to pay attention, and then whatever you put out there is lame, then they're going to stop paying attention. It's like the boy who cried wolf. This is a very key point. So, like, what do you want every interaction to accomplish? What do you want your video to accomplish? And then you think the end result, and then I'm usually thinking about how do I want the video to end, and how do I want it to start, and how do I draw that line in between. So often, like these blog videos, I'll just know sort of the general topic. I'll know what I want my outcome to be. Like in this one, I want you to learn how we shoot video, and I want you to feel more comfortable in your shooting video, and I want you to be more forgiving of yourself, because a lot of people, you know, they expect themselves to be great the first time. So those are like the things I want to accomplish. And then I think about like how I'm going to end it and how I'm going to begin it. So I began this video telling you about the old Jeff and the new Jeff and how I used to stumble and how I do it less now. And so, but in every interaction you have, whether it's video or other, always think about what's the one thing you want to take people away from, that you want people to take away. And then think about that beginning. How do you hook people at the beginning? And then how do you have a strong conclusion? How do you bring it all together at the end? So there you go. That's how we shoot video. That's some of the stuff we've learned. I've learned. Not perfect at it. I keep on getting better. These videos, frankly, that I shoot for you every week, they help me get better. And then when I go to create marketing videos or sales videos, I'm that much better. So this is practice for me. And I suggest you do the same thing and work on your skills by just getting in front of the camera. So if you're watching this video anywhere besides on my blog over at jeffwalker.com, I suggest you go over there, because that's where I answer questions. That's where all the best interaction is. That's where the best conversation is. And hit that Facebook like button, because everyone loves to get likes. And let's go get them this week.